Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly singles love reading for Aries. How are you guys, Aries? Hope you're all well. So let's see what's happening with your overall energy surrounding a single Aries in their love life. Looks like that one wants to come out. So we have why. So there may be some questions. Ooh, we've got a couple more here. So I see an energy of flexible, being flexible. No place like home. Happy, and building blocks. Looks like somebody here, you got a person, I do feel there's some questions, an energy of why, and it has to do with this no place like home. Now, generally when I see that, it's an energy of someone who wants to, they see you as no place like home, as the right person, someone they can be comfortable with. So I see a lot of happiness and something building. So there is a need for some kind of flexibility. So it's a little teamwork, cooperation. There may be things that need to be compromised. But I see that why. I had to take all these cards. All right, Aries. Let's move them up where you can see them a little better. A lot of room here. I zoomed in, so now I don't have quite the space I'd like to have. So let's see, Aries. Single Aries. That they need to know about this overall energy in their love life. Yeah, you've got a person here who's definitely feeling those feelings. It's a courting, dating kind of energy, but you can see this person. It's faced in this direction. This is someone who's kind of holding back a bit. They're exploring their feelings. There's something to do with this why. And then I can see the Seven of Wands. Yeah, you got someone here who's trying to figure something out. They're trying to figure out their feelings. Oh, yeah. And then, oh yeah, they got a little air in their chart. So this person's very curious. This is someone curious. They choose their battles. This is someone who wants to win. So they're choosing their battles. They're going to choose their words. So there's that Ten of Pentacles. Now there's definitely this energy of teaming up with someone, but there's a need for some kind of compromise. Wow. Yeah, you definitely have someone who's curious, but they're going to be careful how they communicate. So they're kind of shining a little light on something. They may have some questions. They're trying to figure something out. It could be yourself as well. You may have some questions for this person. You may be the one who's curious if you have a little air in your chart, or that you feel that's your energy. Yeah, someone's trying to figure something out here. Could be an energy of wanting to know why someone's holding back their feelings. If you start dating someone and you find they're holding back a little, and you're very curious, you want to know. So it's, it's that energy. There we go. So now we have the Knave of Chalices. Yeah, I think you got a person who's a little shy. Not super confident about something here. And it's possible they're trying to figure out how they feel or why they feel a certain way about you. So somebody wants to win, though, that Seven of Wands energy. And I feel this is someone they got to let their guard down. This is someone who needs to let their guard down. And it has something to do with this house, home, this Ten of Pentacles, financial stability. It's about two people who come together to cooperate and compromise, to build. So I do see some happiness here. Yeah, it's someone who needs to let their guard down. I can see it. Then we have Eight of Pentacles. There's that building. See, it takes two people to build. Two people need to, build each other up here. This is someone who's trying to build up their confidence. I feel they're a little shy about, sharing their feelings, putting themselves out there. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. See how that's flowing? Oh my gosh, some very clear messages here. I'm just going to move this out of the way. A couple more cards for Aries. What's going on in your love life? There we go. So there we have that manifesting. Yeah, someone who actually has all the tools they need. So they have the knowledge, the wisdom, but it's an energy of manifesting. And it's about what needs to be, compromised possibly here, to build something, to team up. So it's about, there could be some question. This person's trying to figure something out. If you're compatible, if you're on the same page, you want the same thing, similar lifestyle. Oh yeah, there we go. And then we have the Eight of Wands. So I do see this person communicating. I see things speeding up, very busy. So I feel like this is an energy where someone just all of a sudden realizes they have everything they need. They're very capable of cooperating and compromising, or they may feel that you're everything they need. No place like home. Someone they can feel at home with. Wow. So there's definitely some happiness. Something is building. This is two people going to come together here. So I do feel that you may have questions for each other. It feels a little back and forth there. And I feel as though you may want to know why they're kind of holding back a bit. You know, you may think this person's a little guarded. Seven of Wands, you know. Yeah, they just need to let their guard down. But this very curious energy. It's somebody who chooses their battles, chooses their words wisely as well. Yeah, so they may feel like this person's not telling you something. But I'm going to tell you, I feel like they feel like not saying too much just yet. That's the way I'm feeling it. That's the vibe I'm getting from this person's energy. Little Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Gemini, Virgo energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, definitely. There's a little earth here. Yeah, see, there we go. Teamwork, cooperation, going down this path. Are you compatible? I think this person's just a little guarded yet, a little defensive, not so sure, okay, that you're right, okay? But, it doesn't mean you're not. They're just in their head a little bit here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so it's about taking a risk. They need to let their guard down and take a risk. So I feel as though you're looking, and it could be yourself too, a little guarded, a little defensive about taking a leap of faith with someone here. Okay, because there's a need for that, compatibility, that cooperation. I see 3 cards with that energy. It's about being more flexible. But I can see this energy. You're not compromising yourself. You're not going to bend over backwards for somebody. You see that energy? So it's about you taking a risk. And I feel as though your guard's up. So that very well could be yourself, a little guarded as well. Not so sure. Okay, it's an energy of kind of being careful what you believe in, okay? Just being a little cautious there. Tell me about the Knave of Swords. Why is this here for Aries? Aries singles, yeah. So it has to do with the way someone conducts themselves. So it's an energy of having faith. You're not so sure, okay, if you have faith that you'll go down this path with this person. It has to do with commitment. There's a very curious energy. Now, this could be this person. Like I said, I feel like this is a little back and forth here. And I feel it has to do with the way they conduct themselves, their habit, traditions, their beliefs, their lifestyles. There's someone's very curious. Now, it could be someone here who wants to take a risk towards you, and they're curious. Could be someone who's asking questions they want to know. It's about conforming, but it's also about maybe whether you're even in a relationship, you see. You got a very interesting energy, yeah. So there's something that's ended. So you may have a person too that's a little guarded. Could be yourself. Not so sure. You see that? There's something coming to an end. So it could be the end of some kind of a relationship or a situation. It has to do with faith. 2 people being on the same page, the same path. So there's definitely an energy of death. So this is where whatever is going to happen with these questions, it's going to either go forward or it's going to end. You may have questions with somebody. Maybe if you have a person who comes towards you and they're still in some kind of a relationship, or they've ended something and they're not really sure, a little guarded. Like I say, it could go either way, but there's definitely questions. What are these questions? Let's see. Just to make sure and clarify. Yeah, so like definitely you got someone very curious. There's things that they do want to know, and I do feel they're exploring their feelings, and it has to do with taking this leap of faith. So this could be someone who's ending a situation, maybe even with a Scorpio. Maybe it's yourself as well. But I see a courting card here. Tell me about this Knight of Cups. What's this person's intentions? Yeah, so someone tempering their passions, their emotions. That's an energy of being patient. So I feel like you got a person who's exploring their feelings. They're kind of tempering those emotions here. So it's possible they've ended something or you've ended something with a particular person. You may have another person here with a little water in their chart, or they're in the energy where they're, maybe not telling you something, you may be, thinking of ending something. You may have someone here who's right for you and someone who's not. So that's where a lot of times, this is somebody who may be a little different than your usual type, or they see you as different. It really does go both ways. So there's questions, there's things to know while you're manifesting. It's about 2 people manifesting here, and it's about having all the tools, all the information, right? Knowing. So it's an energy of knowing whether someone's right for you or not. It's likely someone who's a little different. Maybe there's a unique situation, something going on here with those questions. Yeah, it's going to drive me crazy. It'll be different for everyone. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. There we go. Yeah, you know what you want here. Look at that. You're not settling. You got another person who's similar. So you do definitely have another person. They could be an Aries or Scorpio, someone with Taurus in their chart. I see Sag energy too, and all that water. Wow. So this is two people who know what they want. This is two people coming together. Very creative people. Very hardworking, very focused. A lot of passion here. So there's definitely some chemistry. Wow. So it looks like this person, you know, they could be a business owner, but it looks like financial stability, two people coming together to build. So yeah. And I think looks like you've either got a couple people, or this person is, you know, needs to let their guard down to take a leap of faith. And in fact, they could, like I say, be an Aries or a Scorpio energy. Yeah, and then we have this energy. Look at that. So it's an energy of kind of waiting, looking out there. So some of you may feel like you have someone, you may be ending something. You may date someone and find that you're not compatible, okay? They may not be letting their guard down. So there's definitely questions. Yeah, this is really quite the reading. So this is an energy of waiting. So you may have an energy where the ship has sailed with someone. You may be waiting on this person, or they're waiting on you. So it's the waiting game. Okay, waiting for some answers. Maybe you question someone and you're waiting for them to answer, or vice versa. There's that offer. Yeah. Ooh, you got to have some feelings for this person. Yeah. So there's a solid offer. This is a lovely energy. So I feel as though what you have here is somebody making you an offer. And I feel like you're looking at that offer. And I do feel like it's energy of letting the guard. I feel like you're a little guarded. Okay. You're being careful what you believe. There has to do with faith. Now, it could be from a relationship you've had before, where you're kind of taking that little pause there, pulling back with temperance, tempering your passions and emotions, looking at this differently. It's an energy of someone who pulls back and looks at something different. Is this person right for me? What's off? Something doesn't seem right, possibly, you see. That's where I feel like a little bit of lack of faith. Yeah. I do see that person, the Knave of Chalices. There we go. Yeah, we got the Empress, the birth of something new. So it does look like some of you may date a couple of people. If you have nobody around, you may have someone, or you're thinking of leaving one person for another, because you may have somebody that you're waiting for, and it's making you guarded, making you hard to believe. You know, it could be you may feel like this person's in a relationship, or they're telling you. If you have a person who comes towards you and they're still married but technically single, you may be waiting for them. But I do feel that guarded. So yeah, a lot of scenarios right here. You may not be sure you believe this person, okay? So it's telling you to be careful what you believe before you take a leap of faith. And like I said, it could be something from your past where you're kind of thinking a little bit like, whoa, slow down a little, be a little patient, see what's going on. Some of you may be losing patience with someone too that you've been waiting for, you know, trying to answer questions to see if you're on the same page, and they're keeping you waiting. So it looks too like some of you are, that's the birth of something new, Empress. So, you know, you're not offering, you're not, you know, you've taken risks maybe in the past. So feel like you're staying in that Empress energy. You're building something, maybe even focused on work, creative pursuits, things like that, while you kind of wait for this solid offer. You know, definitely an emotional energy. So it's about tempering your emotions, not offering too much here, a little guarded. I feel you're more guarded than the other person. And then we have the Justice card. So this is about somebody who's just right, okay? So I got to tell you, I feel like you've got someone here who's right for you. You're coming to some kind of realization, okay? And I feel like you're waiting for some kind of answers here about whether someone's right. Now, it has to do with justice and balance, whether someone's playing fair. You may have a person around you that you work with. Could be somebody you work with. I do see two hardworking people, two very creative people building. And it's like, it almost looks to me like you want someone, or maybe it's just time for something different, okay? Different than your usual type, or someone is seeing you that way. There we have that High Priestess, yeah. Trusting your intuition, knowing everything you need to know, making sure everything's just right before you take a leap. Yeah, you want to make sure, you know, you're not going to bend over backwards, you know, and that's the Queen of Cups can do that sometimes, you know, bend over backwards to please somebody. So there's something to do with that. I don't think you're going to be doing any of that If that's your past history in relationships, you're no longer going to be the one to bend over backwards to please. And that's where I feel this energy. See, you're not in that energy anymore. You're not going to please, somebody. It's kind of, I think you're the one who's going to be offering one cup. If you have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio in your chart, or you're just in that energy, that emotional energy, you're just waiting for something solid, something reliable. And I feel as if you're getting tired of waiting for someone, you're becoming impatient. You may leave it behind and move towards new. Tell me about this flexible. Yeah, see, you're not bending over backwards. You want the cup. You want that emotional energy. You want someone who's just right. You want someone who can share feelings, okay? But I feel too with your own energy, you know better. It's like okay? Because the Empress is the one with the power here, okay? Having the tools, the information, whether someone's right for you or not. But I think it's both of you sharing this energy, a little mirroring. Yeah, and I do think both people are interested, but this energy of this person who holds back. They're looking for answers. They're curious. Now, you either got a person who's curious if you're in a relationship or if you were in one. Is it over? So there's questions here. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. Oops. More of that. Yeah, see, this is an energy of someone who comes rushing in, very charming, very enthusiastic. But will this go towards a committed energy? Will this actually be someone who commits? Or are they just going to rush in, rush out? So I do feel like you really have a lot of things that you want to know first. And I do sense an energy of wanting something solid, some sort of commitment. You're loving yourself first here, you see, because you've taken risks before. Tell me about this Magician energy. Yeah, so it's definitely something, a past energy. Some of you do want children too. Like you want somebody who wants the same things you do. Home, family. But there is an energy of being comfortable. Two people. This is an energy of no place like home. Comfortable home, two people who get along. Maybe it's about two people being on the same page, a couple of homebodies, a couple of people who like to do things around the home. Could be working from home. And then I see the energy. This could be children. But this could be somebody that you've known before manifesting you, but it also could be a crush. I do feel a few energies here. It's an energy of someone who just kind of keeps things simple. They come in very charming, very enthusiastic. See, this could be someone who's tempering that energy, that focus on the wand. Sometimes that King of Wands can be someone who's kind of likes to be a little controlling, likes things their way. So I do not see you bending over backwards. I feel like you've done that in the past. You bent over backwards. You have the power here. You're with that Magician energy right below the Empress. You have all the tools, you have all the information, you have everything you need. It's an energy of waiting. That's what you're waiting for. And I can see this Eight of Wands, this communication, something coming in out of the blue. Yeah, so there's definitely something, there's confirmation, some kind of communication coming in out of the blue. Now this could be a crush. And it does feel a crush energy, charming, enthusiastic. Hey, let's go for it, right? Very positive vibe person. Now, I do see a lot of talk back and forth, but with someone here, I see that been there, done that, where you've bent over backwards to be a pleaser. This is someone who's a bit of a people pleaser energy, okay? Doing sweet things, doing nice things for somebody. But it takes two, okay, to do sweet things. So there, you've got something cooking, and it looks pretty major. And I can see that no place like home. Let's confirm that. See what else comes up with that energy. Yeah, see, you've got an energy of someone who's very focused on money, financial stability, some kind of communication. This is something starting. So this is someone starting that communication. So, it could be one person, but I'm feeling two, or just an energy where you've taken a leap in the past with somebody. And you bent over backwards to please. You did sweet things, This is the energy of someone who cooks and cleans and likes to do nice things. And it feels nice. I can see that, And but I feel like you want some of that. You want you want some of that same energy. So that's where that King and Queen of Wands energy comes in. And I do feel they have some fire, possibly a little, could be Scorpio or Sag energy, maybe even another Aries. Wow. And then you've got this person here who's, this is someone who can be a little mischievous. So you want to be careful you're not being manipulated. That's where I feel like you're questioning. See that why, You're looking at something. You may be feeling something is off with someone, You're not so sure what they're telling you. You're guarded and defensive, you see. A little bit guarded. You're being careful what you believe. You're definitely not afraid to stand up for yourself because you're in that Empress energy. This is really powerful. So let's see what this happy is. Someone's trying to figure out what makes them happy too. And it comes, right down to commitment, marriage, living together, whatever the situation between two people. But I see communication coming in fast. I see a very busy time, being very busy. So things are definitely speeding up here. Someone's planning something here and they're hoping to have success. You may have a person who comes in before they know what they want. So watch for that person, okay? That's likely the person who isn't really 100% sure if it'll be successful, if you're the right person, you see? That's where I feel all this thinking energy. Tell me about this happy. Yeah, so you got someone here who offers 1 cup. See, you've got a person who offers 1 cup, nothing more, but it's in the heart of the reading. And I feel like that's how you are. That's why I feel that back and forth. You've likely had people who've come in, they offer 1 cup, keep everything to themselves. This is someone who's about making themselves happy, someone who likes to be indulged. You're not going to indulge. See, you've indulged somebody. You've done sweet things and nice things for them, maybe gave them little gifts and things to show you that you liked them. But I don't see that coming in return. So watch for, there's definitely an energy of someone who may manipulate. Okay, so just, or maybe you feel that way or it's happened in the past. You see, that last look over the shoulder before you take a leap of faith. There's questions. But I do feel what's changed here, what I feel is flipping, is you are in that Empress energy. You're ready for something new, someone different than your usual type. So if you have a type, you may be looking at that. Okay, or maybe you compromised too much of yourself. So you want some of that in return because it takes 2 people to build. So you're only offering 1 cup. See, you're going to keep things to yourself until you're sure. You have some questions. And I do think someone else here has questions too. Tell me about this building. Wow, this is interesting. Building. Yeah, so there's a decision to build something, okay? It's an energy of releasing an energy. Some of you may let go of somebody. You may have a person trying to come back around. It doesn't look that strong of energy. I feel like they're just people around you. But I see that judgment, the decision to build. Yeah, some of you are going to release someone here. I can see it. They're not right for you. They want a court. So someone who comes in, they're all fiery and passionate, but they don't necessarily stick around. Because I see that been there, done that energy with the 8 of Wands. And I do see this taking your passion and energy elsewhere. You got someone coming in out of the blue, all passionate and fiery. But you see, it's an energy of keeping things simple. Things are so much easier when you're younger too, and that's that energy. Manifesting. And some of you, I can see definitely a scenario where some of you want children. You want someone who wants that too. You may have someone who has children here. So or you do. It's possible. It could be a single parent energy. Yeah, it's holding back, keeping things to yourself. It's about making yourself happy. It's about loving yourself first, making yourself happy first before you take a leap of faith towards another person. But this is definitely this past energy here. You're moving on here. I think you're going to let go. So you may be, you've got new. There you go. It looks as though some of you may date a couple people, or if you have someone around you now, you may be kind of looking at it. Are you actually compatible? Are they actually right for you? If they are in a relationship, have they actually ended it? Or if they're married and, still technically single, are they ever going to actually end that? Like there's something here that they may not be telling you. Okay? They may not be telling you something. But like I say, it could be yourself too, or someone's curious if you're in any kind of a relationship. Okay? Any kind of a commitment. So make sure of that. That's what it's telling you. Make sure, okay? Tell me about the Death card. Yeah, so it's ending something for something new. So that's confirmation here. So looks like you're waiting for something. So while you're waiting for another person, I feel like you're going to connect with another. You've got a new person coming in. You may make a decision to just let go of somebody and go for the new. Yeah, or you have somebody who wants to know if you started something new, a crush. It's likely someone who knows you a little bit, or they're around you, or knows someone who knows you. Tell me more about the Empress energy for Aries. Yeah, so it's a sense of freedom. So it's about, you're definitely focused on success. You want a successful relationship. Now, it could be yourself or another person looking at why things weren't successful in a past relationship. Maybe you were too much of a pleaser. You gave too much of yourself, because the Queen of Cups can do that. You know, the Queen of Cups can definitely do that. Be very loving, nurturing, and caring. This is someone who loves to nurture and care for people, but sometimes they don't get it in return because, you know, you got people who get everything they want from you. See, it's about giving someone everything they want from you before they even make some kind of a commitment. But I just see such a loving, nurturing energy. I can really feel that energy here. Drop the cards everywhere. So this is about planning for success. You know, it's about looking at this energy. Will this be successful? So there may have been some false victories, whether it's yourself or another person. That's that Sag energy. Yeah, you're freeing yourself from something, from someone who's not right for you. I feel like that's that energy. You're going off towards a victory. You're going to get an offer. Now, like I say, this could be the person in that energy as well. But in the heart of the reading, it's usually both people share that energy. So it looks like there's something new. I want to dig just a tiny bit more. Yeah, tell me about, I've got a little Leo energy here too. Tell me about the sun, this new energy, new person, high vibrational energy. Oh, I see success and victory and truth. Wow. About building. You got someone who wants victory. You got someone who wants to have success with you. They're having some kind of aha moment. Now, like I say, it could be this person. You may have a person. It's possible you got somebody who you knew a long time ago. Maybe you dated, you know, never really, it looks like it never went anywhere. This person may be looking at why this wasn't successful. So someone here is looking into themselves. I see a Libra energy. Someone who's looking within themselves to do with building a relationship, why something didn't work. So there's that, definitely that energy. And then you have possibly a secret admirer, someone crushing as well. Doesn't have to be a secret admirer, but it's someone who kind of keeps things to themselves. You want to watch out someone isn't keeping secrets, because you see that, right? Like some of you, there's definitely that energy of someone who, you know, make sure that someone has ended a relationship before they start something. And that could be just the message where you've got someone trying to figure out their feelings, emotions. They want to court and date. They've taken possibly risks in the past in a relationship that didn't work. It may have ended. So it's about ending something. Now, it could be the way someone conducts themselves. All right. It's the death of something, the way someone behaves, they conduct themselves, the end of a relationship, a habit, a tradition, even a belief. So really pretty heavy energy here. So it's good though, because you want those questions. It's really good. You got someone who's thinking here and looking at that. It's both for different reasons. Tell me about this Ace of Cups. Yeah, that's a big cup, fresh new start, a new offer. Yeah, so it looks like you're moving away from someone. I do see possible moving and possibly even relocation. You could have a person moving into your neighborhood, or if you work in a building, the Ten of Pentacles is a place where people congregate, where they spend money. Okay, sometimes it's a place of business. You may have a person who has a business near you. They may be kind of waiting for the right time to reach out. There's something to do with waiting here and the questions. Why? And then we have this energy of learning. So this is about manifesting information, learning everything you can from your past, taking that, leaving what doesn't work behind and taking the things that do forward, taking those lessons forward. Very interesting. All right, Aries. Very nice energy. Let's look one more at this Six of Cups. What about this Six of Cups? There we go. Yeah. So it's an energy of someone coming back around. Someone you may have dated when you were young. You got someone who's, taking a little trip down memory lane here. And it's definitely a very youthful energy. So I do see young. Okay. This is someone, they may have been a young adult, teenager kind of thing. Even that, it could be that far back. It's somebody who's definitely gone through a lot of change. It looks like some of you have a person who's thinking of coming back around. Could be someone who's wondering if, you still have feelings. But look at that. No place. This is two people who were quite comfortable. Two people built something here. But there was this waiting game. Like, I don't know if this person kept you waiting too long to take things to another level, to commit. So it's telling you to just trust your intuition. You might actually even already know. But it's telling you, you're going to keep your feelings to yourself here. You're not going to share a lot of emotions. And whether it has to do with this person or just, life challenges. I see the world. This is sometimes, over a long period of time here. But it's an energy of manifesting, having all the tools, having all the information before they come in. So someone enthusiastic, they want to talk to you, they want to communicate. But I do see an energy of someone being a little cautious, you see. This is definitely some water energy. You won't be indulging anyone. You won't. And I feel like if you knew this person a long time ago and you've had some relationships or maybe even been in a marriage at some point, that you've gone through a lot of change. You're not the same, okay? I feel like that you're different too, you see. You've gone through change. Someone wants to know if you've changed too. Maybe even your appearance, You got a person definitely wanting success and victory. But, this is someone reminiscing about why something didn't work. What happened, maybe this person was too young. They just wanted to play the field. They may have actually moved or relocated somewhere. They could be a person coming back to town. There's this energy of walking away. Some of you walked away from someone. Where's my soulmate? So you're still you're looking elsewhere here, you see, for someone who's just right. And I do feel there's something to do with marriage and commitment. If someone doesn't want to commit, I don't think you'll go for it. In any way, shape, or form. Spirit's going to be guiding you, little downloads, little messages, but you have all the answers within yourself. I think you already know everything you need to know about someone here. And there's someone here who knows everything they need to know about you, or it's the need to know, okay? That's what it's telling me. Not so much that they do. It's like they're manifesting all the information. Let's grab a couple of charms here. So we have the slow and steady wins the race energy, a turtle. So this is likely someone you knew when you were really young. It didn't go anywhere. And I do see a lot of energy of rushing into things, having a good time. When you're young, you take risks. It's all cool. But now when you're older, a little more mature, some of you want children, you want marriage, you want commitment. Others of you been there, done that. You're not interested in that. It's beyond that. I can see it. There's that energy of pushing through that fear, taking an opportunity. Oh, yeah. You got a person who is definitely thinking about seeing you as an opportunity and why, maybe not even that, you may have just gone your separate ways, because that freedom card, that Six of Wands is a lot of that kind of energy. It's people playing the field, it's dating and courting. Sometimes it's not successful and people just kind of go their separate ways. A lot of times when you're young, you just kind of grow apart sometimes, or you're just not ready, you're too young. But there's definitely a lot of youthful energy here regarding of age. So there's communication. I see a little rose. So yeah, you've got an opportunity. You've got someone offering you something. And I do feel like you've got an opportunity for a fresh new start. Now, if you've moved into a new neighborhood, it could very well be someone who's interested in you. Maybe even admiring you. There's something that needs to be acknowledged. That's that Three of Pentacles as well. It's about acknowledgement. So there's something being acknowledged. Tell me more about the Six of Swords and we'll wrap it up. Yeah, so you got a person here who never told you something, how they felt. They kind of maybe moved on. This is someone who's learning something. You got a person, I'm going to tell you, you got a person who's very, very curious. And some of you have that's the new energy. The other person is someone who never told you something in the past. They never told you. They kind of kept something to themselves. They may have been in some kind of a relationship. possibly, or someone's curious if you are. Okay, so this is, I know, one of those readings. Everyone's like, well, who are they? Who are they? Well, that's about all I can see. I do see they're focused on money and finance. They're quite practical. They have a tendency to take their time. They're likely someone rather, they are creative. Like this is someone who's got kind of two sides to them. And that's where I'm feeling. They kind of have two sides. They have an introvert side a little bit, and then they have that extrovert side, which is interesting. It's definitely someone who's a homebody. They like to be comfortable with someone. You know, this is that no place. This is person saying there's no place like you. There's no one like you here. See? Oh yeah. Very nice. Yeah, you know what you want. There's no one like you. You're very focused. You know what you want. You're focused on something here too. And I do feel like it's an energy of, you know what you want. You're not settling. I can see it. You're in the Empress energy. You're focused on career, finance, things like that. You may have that in common with someone here. So it has to do with that compatibility and the things that you have in common. So keep it in mind. You may already know who at least one of these people are. If you do not, you may get a little bit of a communication out of the blue from someone you knew a long time ago. You could just run into them somewhere too. It's very possible you could run into them at a place of business where people congregate, where they spend money. You know, like I said, it could be a shopping mall, it could be a grocery store, it could be at a bank, any place, okay, where people congregate. It's a safe place. This is about a commitment, though. This is two people coming together to build, two people who rely on each other. You have someone here I don't think you can rely on, that they'll commit. That's where I feel if this person comes in, I think you're going to go for it. It's like a big change of focus here. See, from the past to the present energy. Lovely. Take care, Aries. I wish you the very best, and we'll see you soon.